It's Worldskills Ireland 2022 here in the RDS. We've met so many people. This event is happening over 3 days. I'm delighted to be joined by the Minister for Further and Higher Education. That is Simon Harris, TD. Minister, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you, Brian.
First impressions, this is the first time you've come to this event.
It is indeed, and I'm just blown away by the energy, the vitality in the space, the fact that there'll probably be 17,000 students who'll come through these doors over the course of the next few days. And I think it's just going to be so powerful that they are going to see that there are so many different areas, so many different skills and trades that you can get involved in. And our country really needs this, young people really need this. So really blown away and so grateful to everyone for their time in putting together this event.
When it comes to CAO now, you've made some great changes in the not too distant past. I suppose where apprenticeships and alternative courses, rather than just third level in that point system, that's now an option and it's out there for more people to understand and for parents to understand. That's important.
Yeah, look, we have to change the culture in this country. We've got to get really serious about recognising that the question we shouldn't be asking young people is, tell me the name of the college you're going to. It should be, tell me what you want to do with your life. What are you passionate about? What makes it easier to get out of bed on a rainy Monday morning? What difference do you want to make in the world? And I don't think we've been putting up in lights, quite frankly, enough apprenticeships, traineeships, the trades, and as a result we have a real shortage here in this country. So we are absolutely determined to make sure that every young person and not so young person knows that there are so many different ways of getting to where you want to get to in life. The university route is one, the apprenticeship is another, the further education colleges are another, and there's no right or wrong way, they're just different ways. And really days like today really help, I think, showcase that in a very tangible way.
But how do we change the psyche, in your opinion? How do we get that mentality out there that they are there? Parents should encourage.
So I think the first thing we do is make the changes that we have made to the CAO website. So now for the first time when students are logging on to the CAO website, they're seeing, yes, the university options, but they're also seeing right there alongside the further education options, the apprenticeship options, going into schools, talking to younger people, talking to parents, talking to guidance counsellors, and really getting that message out there. And also through role models. I think through young people actually saying, oh, hang on a second, that person that I knew in my community, in my school, went on and they had a very successful career in whichever trade or whichever apprenticeship they picked. So I think the CAO changes, I think talking about this much more and showing people all of the options at a younger age, and then I think peer-to-peer role models as well.
We're in a bit of a catch-22 situation right now. We have an unemployment in this country, one of the lowest ever, around 5%, but a skills shortage.
Yeah, we have a huge skills shortage, and we're not unique in this. I mean, right around the world, if you look at some of the major challenges people face, they require an awful lot more people to have certain skills. In Ireland, I think two of the biggest challenges we face are our housing challenge in terms of increasing housing supply and the climate crisis that we're facing here and around the world. Both of those challenges, if we're to address them in a meaningful way, requires a lot more people to come forward and to work in those areas. That's why it's so important that we promote apprenticeships. It's also so important why we're running now courses for people to upskill and reskill in retrofitting, for example. So we're opening 5 retrofitting centres of excellence around the country where people who've worked in the trades can, over a couple of days actually, get the skills that they need to retrofit people's homes and offices. So big challenge. We need tens of thousands more people working in the trades. And my message to anybody thinking of working in the trades here is there's really good opportunities. You'll never be out of work. They're well-paid jobs, and you're also helping tackle major societal challenges.
We'll see thousands of students come through the RDS over today, tomorrow, and yesterday, of course, all looking towards, I suppose, for students to have an interest in this year's budget, which is happening on the 27th of September. I know you have a big wish list. You want a lot to happen. Can you give us any indication of what can be achieved for your department?
Well, look, I mean, I'm very conscious that the cost of living crisis is obviously affecting students and it's affecting their families as well. I want measures to help students between now and Christmas, and I want measures in 2023 that help people with the cost of education so cost isn't a barrier. I also want to make sure we properly invest in our universities, in our colleges of further education, and in our skills package. So they're my 2 asks in the budget. Measures to help reduce the cost of education and training for students and families, and measures to invest more in making sure we have a world-class education system.
As Minister, will you achieve what you've set out to achieve in this budget?
Well, we've got to negotiate over the next couple of weeks like all my colleagues, but I believe there's a lot of support in government for this agenda. The Taoiseach did set up this department that I'm honoured to serve and to lead, the first time we've ever had a department of further and higher education, and it's important that investment follows that now.
And your key focus, if I was to ask you to pick one thing over the next 6 months in your department, what's the key focus for you?
I think the key focus, along with helping students and families through the cost of living crisis, is continuing to hammer home the message and reform the system that there are so many different pathways. It has to be about pathways, not this narrow view of education as you must go here to get on in life. Actually showing people lots of different routes and embedding that across all of our sectors, our agencies, and all of our work plans.
Minister, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.